This is the WZ-121. It is a Tier 10 Chinese tech tree medium, and it is a vehicle which features an absolutely insane gun. It has crazy good DPM at 3,440. It has crazy good alpha damage at 420 damage per shot. And the tank has really good aiming time at 2.2 seconds. Now, I am running rammer, which does bring its own set of downsides. 245 mils of standard pen is pretty bad, and 290 heat makes this one of actually the worst heat pen mediums, like in tier 10. But to make up for that, we have tungsten shells and adrenaline. You pair those two things together, and yeah, this is quite the dangerous tank. The 121 has the ability, when you pair all of this DPM and alpha damage, to clear any full health medium in around 25 to 20-ish 6 seconds, which is kind of crazy. I mean, you deal what? Around 500 damage per shot with tungsten activated. And if you pair that with already having one shell loaded, you'll need to pen about, what, 3 more shots after that? 4 more shots after that? It's kind of crazy. But yeah, if you're dealing 500 damage a shot and you pen 4 shots, that's 2,000 damage. So realistically, you need about 21 seconds of shooting, and you kill whatever it is. Kind of stupid. Alright, well, we are going to make our way to... We're going to make our way towards mid, and we'll see if we can get some shells. The 121 is also fast, you'll notice. Has a top speed of 56 kilometers per hour, and it's got a pretty good power to weight. It's not the fastest, but I mean, we're keeping up with this T100 LT pretty easily, as you'll notice. And because of that, its mobility is never going to be an issue. It does struggle a little bit on, like, uphill speed, but I mean, even this is honestly quite impressive, to be honest. Gun depression wise is kind of mid, though, I will admit that. We have the enemy Sheridan here, and I'm going to activate my tungsten and adrenaline and just push the absolute crap out of this enemy Sheridan. We get another shell into his tank, I push him off the hill, and okay, well, that was very unfortunate. I just didn't think the E4 had the shell on me, and he did, which obviously hurt us quite a bit. But you know what? We did a lot more. We actually literally, like, nuked the entire enemy team for that. I just shouldn't have pushed him at that last second and gotten hit by that E4. That was my fault there. But the rest, pretty good stuff so far. Okay. Well, an unspotted tank destroyer manages to hit me on the hill. Alright. Well, we'll see what we can do here. I mean, I can't really say much against that. There's nothing I really could have done about an unspotted TD shooting me, but we get a nice shot there. That's how the T-30 is able to shoot me without being spotted. Okay, well, there's, again, not much you can do about a result like that. So, oh well, we're just gonna get some nice shells here. We're aiming on that T-30, and there you go. Oh, never mind, I thought that killed him, but it actually didn't. Oh well, again. A lot of oh wells coming from me here. Let's aim it on that E4. Yeah, nice 400 damage shot into his tank. Okay, pretty good stuff. We do have the Super Conqueror off, and we get one nice shell. He misses me, and we will out-reload the Super Conqueror. I am quite confident in that, as we have a lot more DPM. So we get the shell into the enemy Super Conch, and look at that. We're still alive. We pissed off the Sheridan. We're at 3,500 damage. And our push single-handedly probably gave our team a very solid win. That T-30's still got to be sitting right back there, and he is, as we can see. That T-30 is just a very annoying player. It's crazy how strong that vehicle is when using gun depression, but there's just not much I can really do to counter him right there. I'm just going to wait. There you go. Nice. Okay. That was obviously a very important clear. We have the 452K who's going to poke right here. We had a nice 525 damage shell into his vehicle, and we're going to put on our adrenaline and everything else. Bounce the roof of the enemy VZ, which is a little annoying. Not going to lie there. Let's aim it on the roof of the 452. He hits us. Surprisingly, he actually does hit me there. But we penned him in the process. We did 5,000 damage this game. I mean, what the heck? It shows just where the 121 is actually insane. And I could have played a lot better. I made a bit of a misplay when pushing the Sheridan. My brain went ooga booga, and the E4 was able to slam a heat shell into our upper plate. I was thinking he was just going to fire APCR and bounce, but he had enough brain cells to swap to heat. The T-30, though, I really couldn't have predicted that. I didn't think he was going to sit in that position there, unspotted, and be able to shoot us, so that was just a little bit unfortunate. But hey, 5,000 damage, 1,500 assisted, in a game that literally lasted just a couple moments. We pissed the complete crap out of that Sheridan off, and you don't realize how much I did until you look and see that I actually ripped about 1,400 HP off that Sheridan in just that short amount of time. I mean, that's crazy. If the E4 didn't hit us, we literally would have done all that for bleeding about 500 health in return. That's a huge 3-to-1 trade. So here we are, game number 2. We have double Caro. They have to be in platoon. Yeah, they are. The enemy team has a Super Conk and Concept platoon, though, which is also quite strong. Our team wants to go to the left, which is fine with me. I'm going to obviously support the Caros, and hopefully they don't suck. I guess we'll find out. Man. I mean, Caros are such a good tank to double tune because of the fact they almost never run out of ammunition. Now, we can see here again, the 121 does have that very good power to weight. Even though on paper it says it's only 19, it has a super good terrain resistance value, which allows it to accelerate much faster than a lot of other mediums than you'd think. So we're going to move up here. I have a lot of support, so I am just going to full go for it. The Caros are going to support me as well. So yeah, I think this is definitely worth it here. We're just going to go fully wide. We're going to poke this corner quite carefully, and we'll see if anything's over here. Not seeing anything yet. Interesting. It would not surprise me if they still went over here. I mean, I am quite fast, so that is something to keep in mind. They do have a 183, which is also something to keep in mind. But I don't think that 183 is over here. I just don't believe that to be the case. Our Caro isn't spotted, so yeah, it's not the case. Alright, well, in that case, we are going to make our way towards the mid-hill. And, well, maybe we can try and flank. I don't know where that 183 is. I do know they have a concept, though, and that concept is right here. So we're going to activate our tungsten, our adrenaline. We're going to get an HE into the rear of that enemy concept. He bounces us, which is also really, really good. We get a second shell into his tank. He rams us for 513. But, yeah, I don't think this concept is enjoying our company. We literally just obliterated him. And it's a little annoying we didn't get that final shell out there, because we would have done a bit more. But still a pretty solid chunk, if you ask me, bringing us up to about 1,200 damage. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over towards our IS-7. I'm going to go wide as well if I can, because I think that's really the best decision I can make right now. These Caros are doing good work, but yeah, I personally want to go wide here. I feel like if I support this IS-7, I can get some good shots out and help him out big time. So we have that 50B all the way up top, and let's see, that 50B is going to poke. There you go. 525. We light him on fire in the process as well. Don't think he enjoyed that very much. Oh, he's going to poke it again. There you go. Another 450 damage shell into his tank. Yeah, this is, again, just great example. The DPM on this tank allowing us to rip straight into that enemy player. Then we have the enemy 113 right in front of us. We're going to get one shell into the 113 right now. We're going to get behind him, and that tracks us. Thanks, Wargaming. That made a lot of sense. Alright, well, we're going to aim it on that Leopard if I can. Of course I hit that. Wow. This game was a very easy win, and it turned into a very easy loss, just like that. Man, not an easy loss, but you know what I mean. Very, very annoying situation. Okay, well, I need help from this Caro right now, and the Caro's not going to help me. Crazy, crazy stuff. Alright, let's aim it on the enemy 113. Let's activate our adrenaline, and let's back up. Aim in. HE, there you go, we kill him. We got the enemy FV2 and 5B183 climbing up the hill. We're going to aim it on his tank, 477 damage roll. Then we got the Progetto over here. We're going to aim it an HE. Unfortunately, the high explosive shell does not pen, but we've dealt over 4,000 damage at this point, which is quite a bit. We're going to aim in on the Prog, and even though we die, we get the Tungsten 490 rollout and deal 5,000 damage in total. What a crazy game, again. I mean, this is why the 121 is such a good tank. You can literally obliterate your opponents in it. And, I mean, what are you supposed to do to counter that? It's insane. Oh, my God. 3 kills. We absolutely farmed. Would have been nice if that Caro had helped me. It really would have been nice. I couldn't have typed it and asked for help because I was obviously trying to deal with what was in front of me. But it would have been nice to have had support, especially because all that guy had to do was drive down the road and help me. But hey, 5,077 damage dealt. I think that's a pretty good game. The 121 it's insane. Now, yes, it's going to be a little tricky to play. You can't just get away with YOLOing like I did. You know, a lot of people watch the games I play and they're like, oh my god, why does Droodles always get like these super easy wins and the enemy team is super bad? And It's not necessarily that. It's just you have to understand the situations, the enemy lineup, and what you can do based on where the enemy team is positioned. When I saw that concept alone, I knew instantly that I could take advantage of that. And even if I bled some health, I can clear him easily by dumping my DPM into his vehicle. And that's the exact same situation where that enemy 50B was and where the 113 was. The only problem with that 113 was that somehow we got tracked when touching the rear of his tank, which completely took away from our capabilities. I was just going to circle him and then go back around into cover, but the game kind of screwed us there. Either way, this is the 121. It's an incredible tank, it's a fantastic vehicle, and I would highly recommend for anybody that likes this type of playstyle to think about grinding this tank. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.